Hey, it's Baseball Card Junkies here, Tops 85401.
Titanic Taters.
Hey, dude, that was awesome. Anyways, we got a fun video for you today. We're going to talk about like reprint cards of like well-known vintage cards that are altered to look like, you know, like originals. And we're also going to talk about customs on the newer stuff, on the newer players today. Because I know a lot of newer collectors don't understand these types of cards when they see them on eBay.
And newer collectors are the target market for the sellers on these cards
Absolutely,
as well.
And people get burned all the time.
Yes.
And it just kills me when people get burned on these cards. So the first one we'll talk about are the altered reprint cards. So I want to stress that the altered reprint cards are not counterfeit cards. They're reprint cards like in the early 80s, 83, I think Topps made a reproduction set of the 52 and 53 Topps sets. And then like 89 Bowman had like some of those, you know, older cards that they printed. So these are like reprints, and what people do with these reprints is they age them so that they look like they are really old. And then they sell them as, you know, they'll put a listing on eBay and it'll say like, for example, let's say there's like, I know they've done a lot of Gowdy reprints as well, like complete sets of like, reprints of Gowdy. And
it'll say 1933 Gowdy Babe Ruth
exactly
reprint, right? And then in the description it'll say, due to eBay standards, I have to list this as a reprint, but it looks like on an authentic card to me, and yada yada yada, and they'll go on. This a $50,000 or $100,000 card, you know.
It's just ridiculous.
It sounds, and yes, it is ridiculous.
Yeah, so like I can show you, like I have this card right here. Okay, so this particular card, I've seen this with the Honus Wagner even, like people spending like $200 or $300 on a card that's this card, but it doesn't look like this. Basically what people will do is they'll dip it in like tea or something like that, and then they'll grab the card and they'll scratch it around and round the corners up and then bend it and, you know, just completely destroy the card, and then it looks like it's, you know, they're trying to reproduce the wear on the card over like 100-year period, right? And then they'll put it on eBay and it'll say like original T206 Honus Wagner, and then a lot of times in the description it'll say reprint in small letters as well. That's another thing that the sellers will do. And people are thinking that they're bidding on a T206 Honus Wagner, and again, this is the target buyer is like like an inexperienced collector or a new collector. Yeah. And it's a real big problem. So you'll see it with cards like this. You'll see it with like the 33 Gowdy. There's a lot of, I mean, the cards, when they were produced, they were intended to be reprints. They weren't intended to be sold as originals. And yeah, people are just taking them, destroying them. You'll see them with the 50s cards, like the 89 Bowman reprints. You know, you could get this. You might see like this here, and someone will cut the white border off, and then the back, of course, is a game or a redemption. And what they might do is like put glue on the back of it and then just rip the back off so that you have no back, and then, you know, say, oh, it was glued in an album, and, you know, just kind of destroy it real good, and then say it's a rookie Mickey Mantle 1951 Bowman, and sell it as an original, even though it's a reprint. So it's just a huge problem. Yeah. So buyer beware. If it's too good to be true, what is it, Eric?
Possibly true.
No, if it's
it's probably not.
Yeah. So, but
I got a shot. There's a shot, right? So yeah, if it's too good to be true, it's not. Somebody that has that card is going to get it graded. Even if it had problems with the back or the front or a crease, they're going to send it in and get it graded. It'll at least come back as authentic.
Yeah, and I see this on like the Facebook groups as well. And I know there was a guy that was like all excited about a 52 Mantle not that long ago, and he was like, yeah, someone's going to sell it to me for $1,000 and it's in bad shape. And it's like, dude, the card's not real. Yeah. No one's going to sell a 52 Mantle. Even if it's beat to hell, it's going to sell, it's worth more than $1,000.
Yeah.
So why is this guy really trying to sell you? Why is he like trying to lure you to your house to buy it? You know, if it's on a Craigslist or eBay, like why would somebody sell a $50,000 to a $300,000 card on eBay and gladly sell it for $300-$400?
You're gonna wake up in a bathtub full of ice, missing your kidney. That's what they want to get you to their house for.
Exactly. And then with the one of ones and like these, you could talk about that a little.
So this is one of ones. It is pretty much any key rookie card or key rookie autograph card. We're seeing it now that there's a lot of, and they're listing them as ACEO or artists originals. Is basically what that stands for. It's an acronym for artists created something or other. And they will list them as, rookie lot reprints or something like that, and they're not actually reprints, because a reprint is something that is reprinted by the actual manufacturer. They are custom created cards, so essentially counterfeits of these cards, and just trying to lure in the guy that doesn't know, or the woman, the new collector that doesn't know a lot about collecting and what to look for these, and make money. If they make $8 off of it, they've still made money. Yeah,
because they're printing it on their computer.
Yeah,
it's kind of ridiculous. I remember I was on a Facebook group. This is like when Chris Bryant was the top player, and some guy had bought like a one of one, shiny Chris Bryant card, and he was like, "Oh, I'm so excited! I got this in the mail." And poor guy had no idea that it was like an artist, and who knows what he paid for it, because it was like at the prime of Chris Bryant's popularity. And I see a lot of it with Barry Bonds. I'm a Bonds collector. Anytime I go on eBay, if I do a search within like any new listed items, I'll see 20 of those things pop up. And I mean, some of them are really well done. They look beautiful, but they're not really collectible. I mean, that's just somebody printing something up on their printer. So
yeah.
be careful on that stuff. Anybody can print that stuff. There's no value in it.
I mean, I guess from one standpoint, if you know what you're buying and you know what it is, like if it's a super rare card, like a one of one superfractor, maybe just buy one to have it. Like, oh, I have this. It's not the real card, but at least it's kind of like an example of the card. But it is not what it appears to be.
Well, when they're these custom cards, they're not printed. They don't look like it doesn't have the logos or anything like the real cards.
The new ones do. People are putting like the Bowman Chrome, Bowman Draft, Tops. They have the logos actually on there. So not only is it a counterfeit, but they're also breaking trademark and copyright laws by selling it and making money off of it. So. Yeah, it's gotten to, and we're on a Facebook group, and there was a big thread posted about it. Was like an 8-card lot, had a Gary Sanchez Superfractor, Giancarlo Stanton Red Refractor autograph, and a whole bunch of other like key rookies. And then there was another one, a reprint of a Mike Trout autograph, 2008 Don Russ, and they're not even reprints. They are counterfeit cards. And unfortunately, some unwitting collector, somebody that's new to the hobby, is going to buy these and get a horrible, horrible taste in their mouth when they figure out that, they're not real cards.
Yeah, so buyer beware. If it's too good to be true,
it probably is.
It probably is.
And check for your kidneys.
Yeah, big time. All right, guys. So if you have any questions or comments, go ahead and comment down below. And what do you always say at the end of the video?
Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I think it's here.
Yeah.
Might be here.
All right.
Probably here, though. Somewhere in there. All right, guys. Happy collecting.
Happy collecting.